Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this reading is for Gemini. There's no known date for this reading. You could see it from 3 months from now, and it could resonate. So, how are my Geminis doing today? I hope everybody is well. This is not a past or present, past, present, or future reading. It's just whatever they want to let us know. I will do those and post them. But I just started to do this, so not just started to do this, but I just decided with this whole pandemic that I felt that maybe I'd be better working and dealing with the people versus dealing with businesses, because that's usually what I do. But I have a lot of good gifts and a lot of good connections with the angels where I think that I can help people, especially during this time. People just need the most guidance that they possibly can get. That's what I'm here for. So I hope you guys enjoy the reading. If it doesn't resonate, please don't flip out. We can do a reading. I do private readings. All that information will be in the description on what you need to do for your reading. So let's get it done. I don't know what's going on today, but every single reading that I've done, miraculously, the first card is like of the sign that I'm reading. It's a little crazy. These angels are being very on point today. That's why I just wanted to keep going. Like, I'm going to try to get all these done today, and then I'll do some more tomorrow. Okay. Overall energy is the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles can represent a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You know, with the Knight of Pentacles and an energy, it could mean that this is a real relentless situation, but we'll see. I'm getting the feeling of relentlessness, like just that this whole energy is just a relentless thing that's been going on. Relentless is kind of like it's ongoing and it just won't stop. So that's what it could symbolize. So you're starting off with the Knight of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords. You have Justice. You have the Queen of Swords. And then you have Death. So with the Knight of Swords, Justice, Queen of Swords, and Death. Knight of Swords represents you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Knight of Swords is a person that has a lot of drive, a lot of speed, a lot of ambition. It's coming through in a real powerful way. This person also can be really unconscious to consequences. Like they're just doing it and they don't realize what's happening, which is kind of like what we all do on a daily basis. So I don't blame you, but it's coming off in that way. I think what's happening is there's a lot of clarity being brought to light, a lot of truth being brought to light with the Justice card. I feel like the Queen of Swords could be another person that's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It could be you moving on up from a Knight where you're just kind of in that still a conscious state where you could be still dealing with your own obstacle consequences that you've created, and turning into that Queen moment, which again, just because it's a Queen doesn't mean that it's not for a man. You could still be the one here, okay? So with the Queen moment, what I think may be happening is you are going into a more complex upbringing or drive. It's turning into more at ease, more complex. It's becoming more easier for you. And the reason why I feel that way is because you have the Death card, and Death card means you're transforming and turning into something more than what you were at. So you're turning in from this person that, you know, is still doesn't know the obstacles ahead of them, into the person that's been there, done that. I know what I'm doing. I'm clear-minded. I know what's going to happen before it happens. I have great perception of a person and what's going on. I have immense complexity, meaning it's really difficult to break me, so I'm totally protected. But that can also be a little no healthy. So make sure that you're not being too closed in, and allow yourself to transform into the good part of, being that sword holder. Because you can also come off as a cocky person. So just be careful that you don't portray that out to the people. But with the sun, it's a positive energy. Positivity comes from working hard at something and turning it into something positive. Most of the things that we work at are nothing. It turns into something that becomes positive in our life, whether it be a success, financial reward, a job opportunity, education, whatever it is. But you do have the sun card. It can also mean healing. So there could be some type of healing that happened where maybe you came in like the sword, you had like this open notion, or it could be somebody that is a Libra or Aquarius or Gemini just like you, that's coming in with drive, not realizing how reckless they are. There's clarity and justice, and in the justice card, there's clarity and truth coming to it, that it's just too wild and crazy for you. You're more of a Queen of Swords. You're kind of more complex. It's coming off a little cocky, but it's turning into some type of end of something and a beginning of something new, with healing and also positivity and celebration, because the sun is a celebration too. You have the 10 of Wands, so this can go either way. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. So the good part of it is a completion card, meaning you've completed your journey of the wands. But this can also be a very heavy burden as well, meaning you have created a burden for yourself. You have also, with burden comes a lot of responsibility that sometimes we just didn't even realize we were signing ourselves up for, which just looks like what's happening here. Then you have the victory card. And the victory card, in my opinion, is just more strongly bringing it into what you are given the opportunity of. You are given the opportunity to teach this person to do things the right way. You can do that using raw strength and a sharp mind. You can victoriously turn this a little bit of a crazy person into more complexity with you, so that you don't feel so out of place. With the Knight of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Knight of Wands, he is a person that is looking for action, looking for adventure, a person that's fearless, can manifest what they think into action, a person that actually will do the action, not just think about it, but actually put it into action, which is what I just said. But to have him here, in my opinion, you are going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to actually fix this person. So don't run away from it yet. I think that you will be successful in it, and it's inevitable. I think inevitably you're going to turn this person into the Emperor, and the Emperor is an awesome person. It's an Aries, which, in my opinion, having this wand gives you more of the ability to turn that person into it. So stop being too much like yourself, and then give yourself the opportunity to find that more fearless, putting it into action type of person, to get this person to understand what you're trying to relate to them using clarity. And then with inevitable luck, you will receive that Emperor who is structured, who will be in control, but they're solid. This can also represent an older person. So it could mean that this person here is kind of stuck in their way, or it can mean that vice versa. There's an older woman that's solid and stuck in her way. But I do see that there's positivity out of it, meaning it can be switched out and over, like, without a problem. Again, another Sagittarius card. So you have a lot of fire here too, but what's happening is crazy because the burden is your fire. So maybe this person could also be, a person that has Sagittarius within their, a birth chart. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to know that. But with Temperance, it's basically finding the meaning. It's putting the person in. So when somebody's trying to find the meaning of something, like if you see something wrong and you're not really sure what's wrong, but something's wrong, in this case, you feel like this person is just like you, but just a little bit wild. So you're trying to find the meaning to be able to portray it so that it's no longer a burden and a responsibility, but instead a victory and a success. And in order to do that, you have to whip out that fire energy to be able to find that meaning. And also in the same sense, have patience in it. Because if you're going too quick and you're going too wild, you're just acting just like him, and then you become a hypocrite. Nobody's going to follow you then, so you have to work at it. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have to work at it. This is a person that's working at something. They're working at a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. Using that energy, which again, it brings me back to the Knight of Pentacles, a person that it's a relentless situation. This situation is completely not going to stop unless you start using the right tools for it to turn into something better. I think that if you use the right tools, you will definitely see success in it, because you have the fortune, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you have the healing card, which means that whatever you did, you can fix. So it's not one of those things where you made a mistake and you can't go back and erase it. You can most definitely fix it. So this is probably something pretty much brandy dandy new. So let's see what we can clarify with for those who have not watched me. This is my other deck. I clarify with a different deck, same type of cards, just different decks, so that we can make sure that we accurately receive the clarification. It's just fairer that way. So, yeah. Well, okay. So, overall energy is Taurus. And this Taurus is a person that is definitely independent and capable of really being able to benefit from the work that they do. So if you put the work in, I really think that you'll see a benefit in it. And I don't think that it's going to be that complicated for you, because you're swift, because you're a Gemini. And Gemini, I'm sorry. So Taurus, we're back to, I'm sorry, Pentacle was Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And we had, that Taurus energy coming in. So yeah, I mean, you're a sword, but you're coming in for some reason with the Pentacle energy. So you need to really use that method in order to really get what you want. I don't think if you use the method that you're using, you're not gonna see anything out of it. So for example, the Queen of Pentacles is landing on that crazy person that's not really seeing what they're doing and creating obstacles that literally on themselves that you may have to be dealing with. But that Queen of Pentacles right there clarifying it, that you really want to be more practical, more financially secure. You just want to be able to domesticate the situation. And sometimes you have to domesticate it in the right way. So it could be that the person that you're trying to domesticate is, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn as well. Then you have the Justice card with the Knight of Cups. And this guy has come out pretty much every reading so far. And he's literally bringing messages. So he is the messenger. He is the messenger of romance, adventure. He's a carrier. He also comes off as really, really charming. So it could be that this person is reckless, a little crazy and stuff, does some stuff that, kind of annoys you, like, may drive and bring home a ridiculous amount of speeding tickets. And you're just like, I'm done paying for it. But in the sense, he's super handsome and he's like Prince Charming coming your way with that cup of emotion. He's really in touch with his emotions. So you like him, which is okay. And you're coming off as this arrogant, I'll slit your throat if you do it again type of person. And he's coming, and what the universe is telling you is you need to transform out of that and go in a more practical, calm, and comforting way, because I don't think you're going to get far if you do that. And again, you have the Death card right next to it, clarifying that it's almost like a competition. Like you feel like something is right, they don't see it that way, and it's creating meaningful competition, meaning you both have a reason to compete in conflict. So just be careful with that. Use the transformation that you have right now and put your best foot forward to change that. Or this could be reverse. It could be, that this needs to be done for you. Maybe that person will view, but it depends, if you're watching for your partner's, you know, watching your partner, then this would be that, where, you know, that would be the situation. So with the Sun, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is a person that you've planted the seed. Once you plant the seed, it grows. Once something grows, it becomes something, and you have that ability to reap benefits of the work that you put in. It's the fruit of your labor. So this makes perfect sense to me that it will become successful for you if you use this energy on a more calm and collective manner. Don't come in aggressively on a person that's being aggressive, because they're going to be like, well, you're doing it too. And that's what meaningful competition is, meaning both of you guys are doing the same thing and you meaningfully have the right to conflict. So just be careful with that. And again, the burden here possibly could be a Sag, it could be a Leo, it could be Aries that's creating a burden. It could be, you know, that those people require Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy for you to penetrate them, which is something that happens. But here you have the Four Cups. With the Four Cups, it's like you have it's like you're disconnected. And I think that's the reason why it's creating this feeling of it being a burden and a responsibility, instead of you feeling like you're complete and you really care about this person and you could just accept the cup and do something with it, because the cup is emotion. So sometimes we have to deal with our emotions and we don't want to deal with them. We're kind of just, no, I don't want it. But that's not good. You have to be able to overcome that. And again, in order to be victorious, you're going to have to let go. The Fool is the first card of the major arcana. It's probably one of my favorite cards. People are like, you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. It's a person that goes somewhere. Because if you don't do this and just take the chance to do the right thing, guess what? You're never going to go. You're going to stand right there. This person has no clue what's going to happen. He doesn't know what the next step is. They don't know what the next step is. They don't care. They're doing it. And that is what makes things successful, when you just do it. The Fool, you know, he also can mean free spirit. He also can mean new beginning. So I guess if you push and portray this and you give yourself the opportunity to turn into that pentacle figure and that pentacle energy and really ground yourself to just be able to deal with this person the right way, I do think that you, by taking that chance, you will be victorious and successful in it. But you have to have raw strength and sharp mind. You got to be, when I say sharp mind, you got to be able to strategize. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to strategize into what you want. And this kind of with the, you know, with the Knight of Wands, again, a person that takes whatever they think in their head is what they're going to make happen. And this could be that this crazy person too could have this aspect, because the burden is the wand. Even though you're coming in on a sword, Gemini, you know, Libra, Aquarius, it could just very well be telling us that there's two different conflicts here. A person that's acting younger and reckless versus their actual sign of being a burden, and then them actually being able to manifest their action. So if that's what they want to do, then they're going to do it. Doesn't matter how many speeding tickets you're going to pay. And that's just an example. And then you have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, you know, he is a person that's curious, restless, a lot of mental energy, you know, mental, adventurous, enthusiastic. He's eager to share, a lot of thoughts and planning. Like, he's a lot of jumpy person. He's got a lot of things going on. But again, he also can be really, really restless, which is what I told you from the beginning, because the Page of Pentacles, you know, it's like an ongoing situation. Like, whatever the situation is ongoing for sure. I feel like it's ongoing. Page of Pentacles, I mean, Knight of Pentacles is relentless. Yeah. And the Page of Swords, this is a relentless situation. Unless you take action, or this person is relentlessly going to do this. Whatever they're doing, this could be the person acting that way and it's relentless, or it could just mean that if you don't take action, the relentlessness is just going to stick. It's not going to go away. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Star is hope and faith, rejuvenation, really taking the time to think about what's happening, how to make yourself a better person, which I think was what you're doing here. Again, this could be you too. This could be something that you're trying to fix on your own, a person that's struggling with something internally, and they feel like they're being reckless in a certain way and they just can't get through it. So that could be it too. It could be a parent being aggravated with the child, with the child, they're, even though they're 40, they're still your child. So it could be a parent that's just getting aggravated. It could be a mom, a dad. It could be vice versa, but there's definitely some reckless behavior going on and it's starting to frustrate people. So this is where it turns a little crazy. So you have the Emperor, and I think if you work hard, you could get the Emperor. But if you work hard in the wrong way, you're going to end up getting the Devil. And the Devil is a person that can really, really be pretty manipulative. So you don't want to, sometimes you don't want to create what you really don't like either. Maybe you'll met the person or the person being reckless, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to turn them into. I'm getting from this, really be careful and cautious that you are turning them into the right person, because it may not be for them. So with patience comes collaboration, comes thinking, well, it doesn't come collaboration, but patiently you need to collaborate, because the Three of Pentacles is a collaboration, a team. You have to work as a team. So through finding the meaning, you're going to find out that you're going to have to learn to be a team here. If the person is acting out and doing something that you don't like and that you just have had enough of, it's either you walk away from it or you can work at it. But you got to be careful that you don't work at it and it doesn't turn into like you're creating a big problem for yourself. Because the Devil, that can be manipulative, meaning sometimes, we want, and then it doesn't work out. But there is a transformation here, meaning you have the capability to transform out of this. You can maybe be a little bit more grounded and more open and okay with it. It just depends on how you want to stick in the relationship. So with the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is an inspiration card, creativity, desire. So you have the ability to change this. If you work at it, you have the ability, like 100%. It's here. It's just here. I don't know. But it's here. So what I will do is I pull Oracle Moonology cards. In the description, I will put the pointers. For every card, there's like 2 or 3 pointers that they give people to get out of situations like this. If this didn't resonate with you, we can do a personal reading. All that information's at the bottom. Just please don't throw shade, because it's not nice to do that. And if it did resonate with you and you wanted to go further and extended or another private, again, you can feel free to click below and get info on what to do to get that happening. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so what you have is take time to breathe out. So obviously you may just be so aggravated and frustrated with what's going on that you're just like, I just want it to go away. But sometimes things just don't go away. And again, and when we make things, try to change things, sometimes it's not what we really wanted. You and your loved one are safe. So take time to breathe out, and you or your loved one are safe. So you're safe in this relationship. It's not doing you any harm. If he's driving you crazy and being too reckless, like maybe I'll give you an example. He's not going out with a mask. He's driving you crazy. Well, it's okay. What it's saying is you and your loved ones are still safe. Like you're safe with each other. So, and I don't have a soulmate card here, but the relationship is strong. It's a successful relationship that can be built at. There's nothing, I'm not seeing anything negative. What I'm seeing is who you're trying to turn him into, because the Emperor is an Aries. It could be an Aries. Yeah. If this is an Aries, this is definitely telling you, watch what you're doing. Because the Emperor can be a good person, but there's also shit statistics to the Emperor too. You can't bend him. He is who he is. He's a person of authority. Once you put him in that place, he's in his chair and it's impossible to move him. You will not bend him of what it is. Or this could be telling you that you are not going to be successful at changing him. And that you need to change your energy to a more compromisable one that works for this sign. this sign may be conflicting with you because you're more of an intellectual, you like to be more secure in what's going on. You like to not, go ahead of yourself and put yourself in a position like that. So I agree, I'm a Sag, but there are people out there that are more free spirited. They'll just go ahead and do what they got to do. And if that's what's happening, you need to definitely move over your energy onto a more pentacle instead of being so cut through. This person may not work in that way for you. And again, having a pentacle pop up so much, it's saying that your energy needs to be way more grounded. Pentacles can work with more people and get through to more people in a more compassionate way and practical way versus you slashing through them and ripping their ass apart. So I hope that this definitely resonated with you. If it didn't, again, feel free to reach out and we can do a private one. Just please don't throw shade. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks.